Alright, so it's been a couple of days since the Crossworlds open beta ended, and yeah, the game is peak. Like, generally, I am not surprised because it was dead as almost like me playing the closed beta back in February again, bro. And it's funny because generally my entire hype for this game only generated from me actually playing the game, dog. Now, saying that out loud probably sounds regular at first, but it really isn't. Because do you know how horrible your marketing gotta be for a game where the only hype you get is from playing the actual beta test, bro? Okay, maybe not the only things the beta test, you know, like there was a couple good trailers, like the first one or the Summer Game Fest, you know, that was pretty cool. But like, I'm talking about the core gameplay, not talking about no crossovers or gimmicks, none of that. I'm talking about the core gameplay. This game looks trash, bro. I'm so serious. Like, gang, what is this? I swear, we were in the literal trenches of the marketing cycle for this game, bro. I'm so happy we're out of it. Like, we were getting clips like these back to back, bro, of Sega just trying to sabotage their game for no reason, dog. Now, to be fair, these clips were mainly posted to display the tracks and not the gameplay, but like, that's not gonna make people just ignore how big of a downgrade the gameplay is, like, with this comparison, even though it really isn't a downgrade because this is obviously like the best Sonic racing game to come out. So look, this video isn't about me dogging on Sega's marketing, but man, for a game that is very gadget focused like Crossworlds is, like, you would expect them to showcase it more often to show how diverse the game is. And dynamic camera, like, are we serious? What are we doing, bro? Anyways, bro, I got a couple clips from my Crossworlds beta experience, and it's safe to say that this game is gonna be a bang, and there's a lot to talk about here, so let's get into it. So a big thing I want to talk about first is the item balancing in this game, bro, because I ain't gonna lie, I still don't know how to feel about it right now, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. In the first beta, right, the item balancing was like generally out of control. Like, at some point, it became unplayable for me, bro. I'm so serious. But it was near like the end of the beta, so it wasn't like, it didn't get to the point where, you feel me, I was just disliking the game in general. So yeah. But compared to this beta, it definitely has toned down a bit, but like, it's still kind of crazy at some points, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Having 5 consecutive monster trucks ravage me in the last 5 seconds is not it, like, I promise you. Like, for the most part, it definitely was a lot more toned down. There were just like a couple matches like that where it became like hella chaotic, and like at some point, bro, I swear at some point it was just like back to back, the exact same pattern happening every single match. Legit, I always get close first, and then I get hold in the first lap, and then I make my way back in the crossroads, so the second lap, but then after that my entire progress just goes down the drain at the last like 5 seconds, bro. Like, so like, bro, it happened every single match just like that. And at that point I generally just have to turn off the game. Like, alright, bro, like, this is getting out of hand. But you know, then after that it got better, but you know, it could use some tweaking a bit, you feel me, with like the monster trucks. But yeah, not gonna lie, I feel like if like your matches depend heavily on luck, it might, you feel me, I don't know how long the game will last, bro, if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like that could be very, very tiring for some people, bro. But that's if this game didn't have gadgets, which is probably like the most important part in this game, which I don't understand why they didn't focus on it in the marketing. Because I feel like with gadgets in this game, it is generally your decision to determine which aspect is most important when it comes to races. Like, if you think defense is most important, then you can increase your power, or you can just higher your chances of getting a defensive item. But yeah, in a way, I feel like gadgets in this game kind of like lets you be able to manipulate the chaos that goes around in this game, you know what I mean? Like, you can use it to your advantage, like however you want, I feel like. Because legit, once I realized that, my strat was to like get the most rings possible with like the tricks and stuff, while increasing my chances of getting a defensive item, so that once I get up to first place, because I'm a racer, bro. I'm a race, 100%. I'm a racer. So usually I'm in like top 5 or like top 3 or something like that, around that. So if I'm good in like the last lap, all I gotta do is just stack up on defensive items and I'm chilling, bro. That's really it. But yeah, man, really looking at it now, I did feel that the chaos would get tiring at some point, and like people will probably drop the game. But like, because of the gadgets, I definitely, you know, I feel like I can see this game lasting 100%. Like, obviously it could use some type of toning down, you feel me? Like I said, 5 consecutive monster trucks, it's insane, Sega. But yeah, I do feel like this is like the almost perfect way to handle a chaotic racing game like this. And speaking of chaos, bro, what was Sonic Team thinking when crafting the hellspawn of a place that is a Potos, bro? Like, this is generally the Kaled of the Sonic universe, dog. I'm not playing. And you know, I low-key like it in a way because it still keeps the same small corridor like that was in Unleashed, but like in this game, it's just straight up chaos, bro, I promise. And if you're one of those people who sees a Potos as an option and then immediately goes straight to your gadget system to go to your monster truck gadget, we need to beat you with hammers, bro. I'm not playing. You really need to get beat because you're a psychopath, bro. What is wrong with you? And like, there's no strategy or nothing. They just want chaos, dog. Like, look at this clip. Someone literally pulled over and they just blocked me for no reason. Like, what was that? He literally just stopped racing and then just blocked me out of nowhere, bro. But yeah, other than the chaos needed to be toned down like a tiny bit, I don't really have any other issue with this game besides like the crashing, obviously, but it's a beta, so you know, It's bound to happen. But it does worry me though, because I feel like there's still a lot of crashes, like for a game that's about to come out in like a couple of weeks, but I don't know how old that build was that they gave us, so hopefully it's not like one of the most recent ones. I hope not. But yeah, I really don't have any problems with this game other than that. The Joker Festival was pretty cool too. Well, I mean, if you actually have people that are trying to work together as a team, then it was kind of fun. But other than that, no, I didn't really like that. Like, it's a cool game mode to have like on the side, you feel me? But to have it as your main game mode for like a limited time, that's kind of whack. But obviously, you feel me? Like, it's not gonna be like that for the entire beta, so you know, we're good. And also, bro, Sonic Team. Why does Joker not have a voice? Like, I feel like this is probably like the most non-issue ever. Like, you could literally just get voice clips, like, of previous games of him just, like, grunting or something. But instead, you'd rather have random sound effects from different Persona 5 actions. Like, what? Like, it definitely is something, but you feel me? I think this is really like a non-issue. Like they said it was something to do with like the IPs, but at that point I was kind of understanding it. But then they gave Miku a voice, and I'm like, what? Like, how the hell does Miku have a voice but not goddamn Werehog? Like, what are we doing, bro? I feel like Sonic characters should at least have a voice, but you know, whatever. I'm not gonna get into that discourse. But look, man, the time is calling. I can feel my voice giving out. So long story short, the game is fire. Alright. Better than Mario Kart World, best racing game of all time. Better than Riders, better than Mario Kart 8. Better than Kirby Air Riders. But for real though, let me know how y'all feel about the beta. I know a lot of y'all played it 100%. That thing had like 18K people playing on Steam, right? That was crazy. So yeah, let me know how y'all feel about the game. If you got any like criticisms, all that. And I'll see y'all in the next video, man.